going on, YouTube universe? My name is Zirra, and welcome on in, ladies and gentlemen, to Zirra Reacts, the channel where we break down, interpret, and do whatever we have to do to videos on the internet. It has been a hot minute since my last reaction. I do apologise, but we are back, and we are diving back into Mission Souls, so I know the soulmates are going to be incredibly happy. But before we start, some of you were calling me out in the last video, and I want to address it before we dive on in, because I think maybe you might be wrong, or maybe I'm wrong, I don't know, let's talk about it. My last reaction video was Mission Souls' interpretation of Hysteria by Muse, and we did that in a different light. We did my very first live versus studio reaction. We take a live performance of one song, we take the studio version of the exact same song, listen to them both, and then ultimately decide which one I prefer. And we landed on the live version of Hysteria, outbeating the studio version. But that is where some controversy came in the comments, because the studio version that I selected was done on their porch outside of their house, and I had comments coming through going, Zirra, it's live versus live, you've chosen a live performance. Now this is where I digress, because Mission Souls on their channel will let you know in the title of their video whether it is a live performance or not. If it says live, it's live. If it doesn't say live, it's studio. And I would argue, just like I did in the comment section, that even though they're on a porch and they're not in a studio, the sound mixing and the engineering that went into that particular performance makes it a studio variant. Am I hitting the point? Am I missing it? I don't know. You let me know. With the live performances going up 1-0, I've turned to a particular song that has been heavily requested in the comment section of not just the previous Mission Souls video, but a lot of the other ones I've done as well, and that is Bad Medicine by Bon Jovi. Loved Bon Jovi growing up. I'm a 90s baby, but I feel within the musical realm I really fit into the pocket with 80s rock, so Bon Jovi was something I listened a lot to as a kid, and I'm very keen to see where these guys can take it. I believe this is going to be another performance with mum and dad involved as well, which is absolutely fantastic, and we're actually in their studio this time, so at least I'm not going to have any comments calling me out. At any rate, you know what to do. If you've been here before, it is time. If not, come in a little bit closer. Just a little bit. Whoa, too close, too close. We're going to take a deep breath in. We're going to take a deep breath out. We're going to make room. We're taking it all in. We are going to be kicking off with the studio version first of Bad Medicine. We'll talk about it, and then we're going to dive into the live reaction. Are you ready? This is Mission Souls' interpretation of Bad Medicine. Let's get it. Let's dive on in. I'm so keen. So keen. Oh yeah.
Medicine.
I hate to cut her off before the beautiful vocals come through, because we know exactly where our girl Stacey got her vocal range from. But I want to touch on some things. We've actually gone in a little bit without me pausing this time around. You could definitely tell Sakan has passed on the ballsy bass tones to Nace's. They're one and the same. They sound exactly the same. Very bass driven, and I love it. Whenever it comes to performances from any band, I really lean into the bass work and the drum work and like to pick apart certain things. Maybe that's just coming from a musical background myself. I kind of have an ear for kind of picking things out, but I love to sit back and try to isolate certain instrumentals when listening to music. And the bass line of Sakan, if you were to close your eyes, very hard to tell the difference between when Sakan and Naces have the bass in hand. Very good. I just love how heavy they lean into it. Obviously, the guitar work is fantastic. The drum work by Ice, do we expect any less? But the harmonies with the vocals is where they've done incredibly well, especially with layering the vocals on top of one another. You can see on the screen when we've been watching, there's a little box that appears above them while they're performing with all of them around the mic singing again, and they're just layering some more vocals on top, and they just harmonize so perfectly well together. This is a family that is so musically sound, and it's obviously a mother and a father that have music ingrained in their soul that they have just parted onto their children, and they have made sure that these kids have had every opportunity to grow within the musical realm, and it shows. It really does. They are so accomplished with everything they do. I cannot get enough of these guys. We're going to take it back a little bit because I do not want to overshadow Mother Dearest when it comes to the vocals. So let's run it back. Oh, as you can see, I've just ran it back there. The little box there up the top next to Nace's head, just showing them doing the kind of backing vocals that they've layered over the top. Very well. The harmonies and the melodies are absolutely fantastic. They're nailing this so far. And the whammy. I know it's early on and I don't like pausing while singing, but can we just get a shot of Ice in the moment just there? I'm going to see if I can pause it at the right time. That's what it's all about right there for me. Just having fun. And when you're having fun with what you know, with doing something that you love, it just makes the experience exponentially greater. We know that things like stage presence and charisma is huge in the music industry, but also just being in the pocket and showing emotion and just physically showing, you know, us as viewers, obviously in this instance with a studio version, but in a live like setting, being able to sit back as a fan in the crowd and just seeing expressions like this drives home the fact that they're loving what they're doing, and it just makes the experience so much greater. Do you agree? Do you? Just let me know. But it's just good to see the Iceman there just having a big grin on his face, absolutely loving it, and obviously they're delivering a high quality performance, so you can't ask for more. Oh, get it, girl. Sorry, Stacey. I know we're taking a little bit of a slower pace with the instrumentals right now, but can we just take a second here to appreciate the craftsmanship on the guitar? it blows my mind at an age that these kids are at, that they are as well versed and accomplished as they are. Just the way she is working those strings, holy hell! Oh, I can't get enough. I want to listen to the entire solo once more. Let's run it back. That's absolutely incredible. Oh, that was sensational. Also, word up to the Mission Soul shirt that Nace is wearing in the back. I've got to get my hand on one of those. But this was absolutely great. The sound mixing and engineering from a technical point of view was absolutely great. Again, the layering of the vocals, the instrumentals, it blended so incredibly well. But what I love the most about that, as much as the bass from Sakan really pushed through with those heavier tones that I love and appreciate, it's the fact that they're enjoying themselves and they're having fun. Just the way that they're looking at one another. Even at the end there, once they're finished, Stacey sings her last couple of lines and then she's looking around, big smile on her face. Ice is smiling. Even there's moments where Ice is smiling and you can tell he's looking at Sakan and Sakan is looking back at him and they're having those moments together. That's absolutely great. Absolutely love it. I think it is going to be very hard to top the studio version here for me. This has to be a live performance that absolutely blows it out of the park, because I think to date that is up there as one of the best studio performances I've reacted to. And I'm only like maybe 5 or 6 tracks deep with these guys, so there's still plenty for me to check out, but I rate this very highly. Let's move on. Let's move it on to the live performance, which wasn't too long ago, I do believe. So I'm very keen to see how this goes. And in saying that, I do have to give you a little bit of a warning. There's going to be some flashing lights and things going on screen. I don't want to be setting off anybody at home if you're susceptible to that. So do take this as your warning. Let's dive on in. Let's check out the live variation. Okay. If you're wondering why I'm gyrating a little bit differently, I get in the zone when I'm enjoying something and I start playing air instruments, and I'm trying to groove with an air bass, which is why I'm moving around like a little bit of an idiot over here, so bear with me at home. Let's run it. Let's keep listening. I'm digging it. Bad medicine. Hate to interrupt. I just want to highlight the growth that you can hear just in Stacey's vocal from the studio performance to now. I believe there's about a year or so between. I could be rudely mistaken. Feel free to correct me. But just that little bit of experience, that little bit of exposure to more live performances, to developing her tone, the vibrato, the range, everything that you can pack in is evident. There's a more earthy tone to her voice. It's a bit deeper, but it's not detrimental to her voice at all. It adds another string to her bow. It's very clean. It adds more tone to her voice. Is what I'm trying to say. There's a cleaner, more. Oh, it's hard. I'm trying. Do you? I think people at home might get what I'm trying to say here. I'm stumbling and bumbling. The growth in her voice is what I wanted to highlight. It's absolutely incredible. Absolutely incredible. Get it, Ice. Yes! Absolutely loved it. Absolutely loved it. There is, I think what I was trying to say earlier with Stacey's voice is not that her voice overall has gotten deeper, but I think when it comes to the deeper tones that she sings, they come out more clear, a little bit less mute. I feel in the earlier performance, the studio performance here, even though there might only be 12 months difference, the deeper kind of tones are a little bit softened, whereas now, because she's more accomplished with her range, she can belt those lower kind of tones out a hell of a lot better. And it just, again, adds that string to her bow. I think that's what I was trying to get at. It gave me a little bit of time to think about it, but boy, oh boy, I've got some things to talk about, and I might have something controversial to land in when it comes to deciding the winner. So let's talk about it. Both performances were absolutely incredible in their own right, so if you love one over the other, there's arguments to be made for both, and I think that's what, again, is great about music, is great about art. We can love what we love, we can dislike what we dislike, it's always open to interpretation. I personally am leaning more to the side of the studio version over the live version here. Now, that could be me nitpicking, but I thought the layering of the vocals in the studio version just added a little something, and I know that's hard to do in a live format unless you've pre-recorded some backing vocals, but also the way Nisha handled the guitar solo in the studio version. I thought, even though she absolutely nailed it in the live version, do not get me wrong, she played it to perfection, but just the way she handled the guitar, and, you know, she was using she came in close, and she was using both of her hands, and she was really getting into it. There was a lot of wow factor in seeing that solo go down versus the live version. Again, this is me splitting hairs, and ultimately that's what this little mini-series is all about. When I'm putting the two together, I need to find things that I like in one over the other to make a determination. Again, stage presence, charisma was great. You could see at moments they were trying to get the crowd to clap. You could see the crowd running in for the live performance, getting them involved. The sound was great, and it's not just Stacey's vocals that have grown over time. You can truly see that they have all grown in their respective areas and things that they have to do. Instrumentally, vocally, the sound design has gotten a lot crisper as well, but I'm chalking it up to a win for the studio version. That just could be me, but I'm opening up the comment section for you guys to let me know which one you think won today, live or studio. We'll see if people agree with me or disagree. Live won the first time around, studio wins this time for me, but I loved both. It is hard to not love listening to this family perform, and again, even in the live setting, you could see Ice just smiling to everybody, and just, it's so infectious, it's so warm, it's so humbling, it drags you in. There is plenty more of Mission Souls to check out, and I cannot wait to continue the deep dive. Now I'm turning it over to you, not only to let me know which performance you liked better, but you need to keep those recommendations coming through, whether it is a live versus studio variant that we've done today, or whether it's a solo reaction. Comment section is always open, and I appreciate all the soulmates each and every time coming through and letting me know. And hey, if you guys know how I can reach out and maybe get some merchandise to maybe wear when it comes to listening to these guys, like rocking a Mission shirt, Mission Soul shirt, I don't know if they do beanies, but beanies my thing as well, let me know, because I'd love to reach out to them and have a conversation, because I'm locked the hell in. As long as Mission Souls makes music, I'm here to listen, I'm here to react, we are here together to have a good time. Do hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, do me a favor and hit that like button down below like you have been. Sound off in the comment section with the points that I have risen. If you want to go check out more Mission Souls, I do have a handful of them already that have gone down on the channel, so go and do so. Hit that notification bell and hit that subscribe button to join the community we are building together. I appreciate every single one of you, whether you subscribe or not, but joining this family, coming along for the ride, that'd make me feel great. But that's it from me, guys. I'm out of here, and as always, I will catch you guys next time.